you guys are opening up with a division opponent, a team that you guys sort of had a playoff type match at the end of the year?
Yeah, man. I mean, I feel like it's just another game. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be a tough game. They have great players. We have great players. It's going to be a dogfight. But at the end of the day, it's a game. You know what I'm saying? It's the game that we've been playing since we were little kids, and that's how we have to look at it. And we have to go in being prepared. We have to go in knowing our job, being detailed, and keeping our expectation high. And it's really just all about us and what we do and how we go out there and play.
What about the season excites you most?
Yeah, I think I can hit on it again. Just going out there with my guys, man. It's a new team, new squad, and it's full of excitement, man. They fly around, they have fun, man, and it just brings me so much joy and energy just to know that I got guys like that will run through a wall for me, and I would do the same thing for them.
D'Amico mentioned during this conference today that he expects you and Daniil to wreak havoc on the edges. Just what's the relationship between the two of you, and kind of how do your two games kind of balance each other? Yeah,
we have the same expectation, and it's funny that sometimes like we'll be at the quarterback and we'll meet and we'll run into each other. So hopefully we can see a little bit more of that, man. But yeah, that's the expectation. Of course, that's the expectation. That's why he's here. That's why I'm here. We work well with each other. He's been teaching me a lot this year. I've been learning so much from him, and you know, to have an opportunity to play next to somebody like that is really big. That teams they have to make a choice. So I'm really excited to play along him. I know he's going to wreak havoc. He's going to do his thing, and I'm going to have his back, and I'm going to go out there and do the same thing.
Clearly, in your Alabama days, you went into a lot of hostile environments. You all ended their season last year in the UK team. Is it going to feel like going back into that environment, knowing that there's going to be a rowdy crowd and that hostile environment?
Yeah, like I said, I think it's just all about us, man. I think it's about how we take the approach, how we go in there, how we execute, how we rely on our fundamentals, and how detailed we are in doing our job and coming out with a W.
You're clearly excited to go. You're excited for you and Daniil to go against each other too. At the same time, with the way that Anthony plays, how slow do you also have to play? Not slow, but methodical. Do you have to play to not let him out and let him do his thing?
Yeah, D'Amico has a rule. He said, if you think, you stink. And our defense is an attack defense, so it won't be any slowing down. It won't be any guessing. It won't be any thinking. It's just we're gonna attack. We're gonna do our job, and we're gonna go out there and have fun doing that.
That being said, he's a physical force. You don't see that at the quarterback position every week. What challenges does that present?
Yeah, I think it's the same thing. We're just going to go out there and attack. We're just going to go out there and run our defense, run our system, do our thing, and we're going to see the outcome of the game.
On top of Anthony, there's Jonathan Taylor in that backfield. You guys have the unique challenge of game planning for the two of them when they haven't really played at all against each other. And, they haven't played at all together during a game at all. So, kind of what's the unique challenge of game planning for two guys that are both good but haven't really played against each other or played with each other?
Yeah, I think they can feed off each other really well. Obviously, they both can use their feet really well. He's a really great back, and we have to stop him. And like I said, man, we just have to be sound. We have to be disciplined, and we just have to attack and not think about nothing and just play full speed and play fast.
One more?
How did you celebrate your birthday?
How did I celebrate my birthday? I just went to dinner. My family came in, did some fishing, went to Lake Conroe, caught a 5-pound bass, you know what I'm saying? Stayed on the lake a little bit, and that's just me getting peaceful and getting my mind right for Sunday.
Going back to last year, the environment, you were obviously banged up, you weren't 100%. Was that, with how competitive you are, was that kind of frustrating to be limited in that type of atmosphere, in that type of environment?
Yeah, it is, and actually that's a great question. Like, just watching the film now, I get so mad, 'cause I'm like, bro, like I couldn't even do what I wanted to do, but I still was out there, man. So it's gonna feel different. It's gonna be a lot more confidence going into the game, knowing that I'm healthy and knowing that I'm good this year.
Have the extension and just the work you put in this past few years here?
It's exciting. Obviously, extremely grateful for the opportunity. I want to thank the McNairs, Nick, all the coaching staff for believing in me. Excited to hit the ground running. I mean, I've already been here a couple years now, and it's exciting to hang on, be with the guys for another year.
What do you enjoy about your relationship with CJ in particular?
First, I mean, he's a great human. Loves the Lord, wants everybody around him to be pushed in the right direction, and then as a player, extremely talented, works his tail off day in and day out to be the best he can be and make everybody else around him. There's nothing you can do but respect that.
Was this something that you approached the Texans about, Texans approached you about, kind of a back and forth conversation?
They reached out, and then there was a back and forth from there, and ended up making a good decision, and we found common interest and were able to get the deal done.
Davis, was this practice to see just the weapons that you guys have attained over the past couple of years?
It's very exciting. I mean, I think the building is completely different since I got here in 21 to where we are now, and it's exciting. We're still trending in the correct direction, and I mean, it's going to be fun to see what we do out there on the field this year.
Davis, was this as a team? Y'all go into Indianapolis, obviously big history there, had a lot of big moments there. Was it like kind of going into that environment?
Yeah. I think the focus is at an all-time high. It's a divisional game. It's like a playoff game for us, like the Super Bowl. It's week 1 of the season, going against a divisional opponent on the road. It's going to be a fun environment. But I think the big thing for us is just focus on ourselves, do what we can at the highest level possible, and I don't think anybody can play with us.
Davis, was this a deal that you always want to get done before the start of the season, just to line these up the actual regular season?
Yeah, I think the way it worked out, it's nice that was able to get it done prior to week 1, so there's nothing else to focus on except for ball going out throughout the season.